Hello, I'm Laura Williamson, and on behalf of my colleagues, I'll be presenting some work we've done on marine fauna associated with offshore anthropogenic structures. So offshore structures are facing removal at the end of their operational life, which means hundreds of these structures are due to be decommissioned over the next decade. The importance of the infrastructure for marine fauna is largely unknown. However, there's a wealth of archived industrial data available. We've analysed industry-collected, remotely operated vehicle footage, as well as publicly available videos on YouTube, to investigate colonisation through time of a single platform, as well as presence of marine fauna around structures globally. ROV surveys are conducted routinely by industries to survey the structures, so they can either perform 360-degree surveys or vertical surveys covering the entire underwater height of a structure, or surveys along pipelines and features on the seabed. In the absence of hard substrate, only soft-bottom species are present. Following installation, hard substrate species such as anemones, algae, and mussels begin to colonize the structure. In turn, predators appear, benefiting from a new pool of prey. Lastly, larger predators at the top of the food chain, such as cetaceans, are expected to be attracted. Our first study that I'm presenting today looked at the installation of a new platform. So the platform was installed in 2015, and we had data from general visual inspections from ROV data of the platform, as well as a nearby pipeline that was installed, so both as laid and as trenched pipeline surveys. And using techniques from Todd et al. 2018, we studied the first wave of colonization of this platform. So the first study highlights rapid colonization of fish communities around the new platform with increases to species richness, abundance, and diversity. Motile invertebrates exhibited minimal change, however the study was only performed over 4 days. Around the pipeline, there was again an increase in fish species richness, abundance, and diversity. However, there was a decrease in invertebrates. That study was performed in 2015, and we had data from the same platform from 2016 and 17. So from that, we were able to look at further waves of colonization. And in those years, 48 additional taxa were identified, and there was also evidence of on-jacket reproduction, as well as changes in reproductive strategies, with an 8.5-fold increase in larvae-producing species being detected. The second wave of motile colonisers presented greater diversity than the pioneering community. Occurrence of species became more even over the 2 years following installation, with species occurring in areas of high structural complexity. So that's where bits of the platform are joining together, sort of sheltered areas. For sessile species, there were 17 species identified versus none in 2015, with species richness expected to increase further with time with additional colonization. And these species were found mostly on exposed elements of the platform. For marine megafauna, we used data provided by industrial partners and also freely available on YouTube from 1998 to 2019 globally. So we had 178 individual animals identified to 117 species. This included the deepest confirmed sighting of a sleeper shark, as well as the first visually confirmed seal following a pipeline. We also analyzed the behavior and identified 5 behavior types. So these are some of the animals that were identified. So in the top left is a sperm whale, and then a dolphin, and some seals and sea lions, a whole bunch of different types of sharks, some rays, sunfish, billfish, and turtles. In terms of behaviors, a lot of them were searching, sort of turning around, looking like they were trying to find something. There was obvious foraging, where seals were observed chasing fish. a lot of animals were traveling, and most of the animals were observed interacting with the structures in some way. So that is touching it or swimming very close to it. Collectively, these findings have a lot of implications. So structures are important for multiple trophic levels. There are large implications for how you decommission and manage these structures. And it also shows that a case-by-case approach is needed to review how to proceed with individual structures. We also show that ROV data enables research on ecological role of offshore structures. It can inform the attraction versus production debate, and it can also inform rigs to reefs concept. These are the publications that I've referenced in the paper, and if you have any further questions, the email address is at the bottom. Thank you very much.